Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to the Institute of Global Professionals. Thank you all for finding time and visiting to this webinar. I'm Umme Salma, core volunteer and head of campus ambassador in IGP. I am really grateful who are joined with us to learn and enjoy our international webinar. For those knowledge seekers, we are trying to find the best trainers, speakers, coaches from all over the world. Before starting our main program, I want to give a little acquaintance about IGP. IGP is a non-profit institution. The mission of this institute is really holistic. This institute is to generate proficient generation all over the world. We work with students, job seekers, and job holders by giving effective training and consultation. Our sessions are conducted by globally renowned professionals. We expect that you all are getting a little bit advantage. We wish that you all are remaining with us in long journey. I am cordially welcoming you all. Hopefully you all are benefited in your personal and professional life. Enjoy and stay with us. We have already completed 63 webinars successfully. Today, we are presenting the webinar 65 on safety management with two speakers, Dr. Dhananjay Goswami, Mr. K. and Mathur. So let's start our program. Now I would like to introduce our first guest speaker, Dhananjay Goswami. I would like to introduce Mr. Dhananjay Goswami is senior social development professional with 18 plus years of experience. He has managed and implemented various social development projects, humanitarian work for UNICEF, UNDP, ECEFID, and other state and central government bodies. He has played a key role in national international program and research projects. He has trained more than 2,500 volunteers and government officers on disaster risk reduction. He has developed more than 670 disaster management plans for villages, taluka, and district. He honored with best performance as volunteer in United Nations Volunteer Ambassador UNB program, UNB Specialist Award in United Nations System Staff College, UN Advocate Award in United Nations System Staff College, and UN Explorer Award. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Dhananjay Goswami. Hello, sir.
Hello. Hello. Good evening. Hello. Yes.
Hello,
Good
sir.
evening. Good evening. Hello.
Hello, yes, sir. Now,
Yes, you are hearing my voice. Hearing. Shall I start session?
sir, you are now on a stage. You can give your speech.
Shall I start session?
Sir, yes, sir. Obviously,
Yes.
you can start. Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything instruction for me? Okay. Hello. Good evening, everybody. I am Dhananjay Goswami. Today we are going to talk on first aid for the victims during the emergency. Step by step, we can learn the basic thing of first aid. It's a big subject. It will take more than 6-7 days. So concluding in one day and within half day is a is a just a highlight of the first aid training program. So I'm welcome to everybody, and just we are starting. In coming day we will add more things in more details. So let's we start The first line is prevention is better than cure. I hope everybody believe in this thing. First aid is for everyone and for everywhere. Okay. First aid saves lives at all stages. An accident or emergency can strike at any time. So we should be prepared. So prevention more and prevents and restrict the more loss of lives, no matter where are we. Okay. Professional medical help may not always immediately. You you have an experience. First aid skill are therefore not for just medical professionals. Okay. First aid skill are not only for medical professionals. It in most of case, first aid is administered by standard to the accident or emergency. Listen again, and you all will believe with me. In most of case, first aid administered by bystanders, okay, who are often member of the public. If you are unsure, contact to emergency medical service for further emergency. Means if you does not know the basic of first aid, you only do one thing: call to the emergency people, get a medical help, get some other people's help. Okay. The first aid measures to be taken immediately after accident, not with an idea to cure, but in order to prevent future harm being done. It uses the available human and material sources at the site of accident to prevent no provide initial care to the victim of journey injury or sudden illness until more advanced care is provided. Next, we will go through the concept of first aid. It is just for the knowledge, uh, sake of knowledge. We will go in deep in this subject. Is this is a immediate help provided to a sick or injured person until professional help arrives. Very simple. See, is a immediate help because you are very first respondent to the victim, so sick or injured person until professional help arrives. A first aider, this is a lay person trained and certified in the first aid who is able to use their knowledge and skill. See, the two words first aider will use his or her knowledge and skills to protect and save lives, as well as mobilize and assist to community to be prepared to respond to the emergency situation. See, this is a role of first aider. Now, general approach to the victim. That is a major three things: preserve life, prevent the victim's condition from the worst line, and third is promote recovery. Goals of first aid: to restore and maintain vital function, the ABC basic life support are always the first priority. ABC means airways, breathing, and circulation. Airway must be open so that containing oxygen enter the body. Breathing. Breathing must be take place so that oxygen passes through the lung into the bloodstream. The heart must circulate the oxygen carrying blood. So this is the basic principle ABC: airways, breathing, and circulate. Now we go to the next step to prevent further injury or deterioration is the main objective to reassure the victim and make him or her as comfortable as possible. Check airways. How to check airways? Airways is clear object. Is airways open? Is the first our assessment to the victim. Check the breathing. Is chest rising and falling? Can you hear victim's breathing? Can you feel the breath on cheek? Okay. So why this is we are discussing, why we are learning this thing, because if you see the history, according to the WHO, 5.8 million people are die as a result of injury every year, accounting for more deaths than malaria, tuberculosis, and HIV/AIDS. Road traffic accident kill more people age 5 to 29 than any other cause of death. This is a reference of WHO document 2019. These numbers are scary, but by equipping yourself with basic first aid knowledge and skill, you can save life at the scene of the accident or emergency. Is you can save lives at the scene of accident or emergency. Key topics of the recovery position: cardiopulmonary resuscitation. It is shortly called as CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Choking, stroke, bleeding, road traffic accident, burns, and psychological first aid. So today we will briefly highlighting understand the highlight of these topics. I am repeating again: choking, stroke, bleeding, road accident, burns, and psychological first aid. Key principle of the first aid: stay calm. Do not take risks that could cause injury to yourself, the injured person, or any bystander. Very simply, this is the first your responsibility. Do not take risks that could cause injury to yourself, the injured person, or any bystander. That is the first responsibility. Assess the situation. Make sure that it is safe for you and those around you. A good aider is someone who is aware of their surroundings and ready to act quickly as required. So third is manage the person. In addition to providing first aid, managing the person can include keeping them warm or contributing and reassuring them. Do things step by step. Again, I am repeating ABC because it's the very important thing in first aid. Airways. In person's airways block, what position are they are in? Tilting the heat back and lifting the chin moves the tongue and of the way the open of the airway. Are you able to tilt their head back and lift their chin to open their airways? Okay, this is the checking and assessment of the airways route. The second is breathing. Is the person breathing normally or having difficulty breathing? See, you can observe or you can hear. Are there any visible or obstruction that may be preventing them from breathing? This is the some points you need to check while you are giving a first aid. Put your cheek close to their mouth to cheek. If you can feel their breath, look to see if their chest is rising and falling. Okay. Circulation is third. C. A B C circulation. Are there any sign of external bleeding? Are they bleeding under their clothes? So that is very important. Is the person's skin blue, pink, or pale? Are their hands and feet warm or cold? So this is the three things. First, you need to assess very speedily but train. Now we have to put person in recovery position. Recovery position. What is the recovery position? I am elaborating it. Just listen carefully. The recovery position is the safe course of the action to take when an injured person is unresponsive but still breathing normally. Okay. If you initially assessment indicate that they may have severe injury, for example, as a result of falling from significant height or being hit by car, you should keep the injured person in the position that they were found if it is safe to do. The second thing is the objective of the second thing of first aid is we should not increase his or her injury. Is also our responsibility. So if you found person have a severe injury, you should keep the injured person in the position that they were found if it is safe to do. If you are unsure of the extent of the injured person but suspect that they may be serve, do not move them. Ensure that they are breathing normally and call for medical help. In any case, you should be ready to take help from medical department or medical service providers. First thing is you have to dial the emergency number and start the first aid. The three key point notice are hand placement, that use the bent leg or roll the person onto their side, and the placement of the bent leg after rolling the person onto their side. The recovery position is the safe course of the action for someone who is unresponsive but still breathing normally. Continually monitor the person breathing until help arrives. If you suspect that they have serve injury, do not move them. Do not move them. The main important point. Okay. Uh, do the catch the person before he or she fail. Pinch the person and see if he or she moves or open her eyes. Examine the injury and cause of unconsciousness. Peel head back and keep arms at right angle to body. Raise the leg 8 to 12 inch. This promotes blood flow to the brain. Loosen any tight clothing. Keep the victim warm if it is cold outside. Keep a record of the casualty's condition. So this is the ABC, how to give airways, breathing and circulation. Now we are going on topic burn. Burn is damage to the skin caused by contact with dry heat. It may be caused by fire, flame, steam, hot liquids, hot metal, sunlight, electricity, or chemicals. In industries, in chemical, the degree of burns varies. First degree, superficial. It is the superficial. Involves only top layer of the skin and is red and dry, and the burn is generally painful. The area may swell. Most burns are first degree burn. That is called first degree burns. I am repeating it for your understanding. First degree is superficial burns. Involves only top layer of the skin and is red and dry, and the burn is generally painful. The sign. The area may swell. Most burn are first degree burns. Second degree is a partial thickness. Involves both the epidermis and dermis. The area is red and blister may open and drip fluid, making the skin appear wet. This type of burns are usually painful and the area often swell. The second degree is a partial thickness. First was superficial. Now third. Third degree is full thickness. Destroy both the layer of the skin with muscles, bones, blood vessels, and nerves. These burns may look brown or charred with tissues underneath, sometime appearing white. Do's. Now do's and don'ts in burn case. Immediately immerse the burnt area in cool water or by appearing clothes soaked in cool water. Cool water is the best remedy in burn cases. First aid. If you have no nothing anything, don't worry. Just use tap water, cool tap water, not ice water. If there is no tap water and only option is ice water, you can use it for maximum 10 minutes, not more than 10 minutes. Okay, remove jewelry and constructive clothing before swelling or blister occurs. Cover the area with dry, sterile dressing and not cotton or other puffy material. Listen please. Cover the area with dry, sterilized dressing and not cotton or other fluffy materials. Drop cover and roll if caught fire, or cover the person with a blanket immediately. Simply, in burn case, you can drop, you can ask him or her, or if he or she not able to listen in condition, you just hit him and fallen down and drop, cover and roll if caught fire, or cover the person with a blanket immediately, and do not open again blanket to see what is the condition. Doctor will manage it. Your role is only covered in the blanket or use cool water. Don't. Don't place a burn under extreme water pressure. Don't remove the cloth that is stuck to the burnt area. Don't apply butter, ointment, oil, ice, or any other affected. See, this is very important thing. People are doing this unless and until they are not trained. They are using this thing: ointment, oil, ice, and something something. So don't remove the cloth that is stuck to the burn area. The role of doctor. Don't apply butter, ointment, oil, ice in the area and any other things because it will increase the pain and injury of the affected person. Frostbite occurs when body tissue freeze after exposure to the below zero temperature. It's a very simple things. You just only do cover the frostbitten toys ear with warm hands. The area affected can be warmed by the breathing on them or placing them in the warm area. The body or by dripping the affected area in the warm water 40 degree centigrade. Okay. Bleeding. Cuts, scrapes, and puncture can result in bleeding. Or there are other reason also. Severe bleeding can be life threatening. See, it's a very skillful job. If you are first aider, it's a very skillful job. Severe bleeding can be life threatening. To stop bleeding, restore to direct pressure. Direct pressure, lie victim down and raise the injured part above the heart. Is the basic and very simple things. If you don't know anything, you can just do this thing. Lie victim down and raise the injured part of the above heart and handle gently if you suspect a fracture. If suspect a fracture, because 50% problem will solve if you person lie down and raise his or her injured part above the heart. 50% first aid is successfully implemented. The blood gets thicker after bleeding for a few minutes. This is called clotting. Clotting slow down bleeding. Bandaging is done to stop bleeding and to stop dirt infecting the wound. Change the bandage at the last once a day and tetanus injection need to be taken in if required. But doctor will do it. Our role is to restrict the further injury and as as much as possible arrange to the victim to the hospital. Now it's a very important thing. Warning: if bleeding from a limb does not stop, apply pressure with hand to pressure point. If embedded object in wound, apply pressure either side of wound and place pad around in before bending. I am repeating it. If embedded object in wound, apply pressure either side of the wound and place pad around in the before bleeding. Wear gloves if possible to guard against infection, blood to blood, skin to skin. If the victim becomes unconscious, get help uh, from the medical service immediately and do not mm, do anything which can increase the injury of victim. Okay. Uh, Road accident. We are going to on road accident. Now this is a COVID-19 or and we have to give us first aid. So what precaution we need to do? Wear a mask if possible. Otherwise, you can use your handkerchief. You can use your handkerchief. After lying and causality on their back, do not tilt their head back or open their airways. Do not attempt to open their mouth. Infection may be attached with you. Verify that casualty is breathing by checking if their stomach and chest rise fall. In absence of normal breathing, if you are unsure, alert emergency service immediately. If COVID-19 is suspected, inform them. See choking, coughing either forcefully or weakly. The sign of uh, sign of the choking is the causing either by forcefully or weak, weakly, making high pitched noise while inhaling, especially noise breathing or displaying an inability to cause speech, cry, showing sign of the panic including clutching the throat with one or both hand. Do not harm is also a principle of first aider. The faster you can identify that the person is choking and need your help, the quicker you can provide potential life-saving first aid. However, it is important to learn to recognize the sign of choking and when to act. Stroke about the stroke. Sudden difficulty in seeing with one both eyes. Sudden difficulty in walking, experiencing dizzying, loss of balance or coordination. Remember the key point of stroke: face dropping, face dropping, arm weakness. Remember the use of technique fast to recognize the sign at appropriately. Face dropping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, time to call for help. Okay, that is in short that is called fast. F means face dropping, A means arm weakness, S means speech difficulty, and T means time to call help. It is a stroke. Not take much time, immediately call to the help. Bleeding, we are talking about the bleeding. So I'm again repeating, bleeding is the controlling bleeding is a core first aid skill that everyone should be able to perform. I'm giving one demo also if time permit. Complications associated with bleeding, that was also we discussed. Just a minute. Unresponsive person in the car. The same thing, bleeding and fracture. Try to help without actually entering into the car shed. It could dangerous for you and injured person. It is not uncommon that airbags are set off by someone climbing into the crash car, which can cause further harm to the both the first aider and the injured person. Okay. Only enter a vehicle if you cannot get access the injured person into the check their breathing or stop a bleeding. For example, be very caution for everyone's safety. Fracture in fracture, I'm elaborating very short time. Fracture is a open fracture and closed fracture. In first thing, first and last thing, you have to always remember the first aider's role is not to movement of the affected area of the victim in fracture case. If you give movement anything, it will be more increase the injury. You can use this type of baton putty, the wooden putty that that can be used to restrict the movement of the affected body part of the victim. Uh, use the very technique of rescue techniques while uh, arranging a vehicle to send him or her hospitalized. Also, do not touch or move any person who is victim. If you are suspect that he or she is victim of spinal cord injury, do not move him or her. Okay, fine. Relatively minor, nevertheless, the presence of the first aider with even basic knowledge to make positive difference. I think my session is almost over, and thank you very much for listen me, keeping the session, and we will meet next time. Thank you very much. Thank you. Salma.
Thanks, sir, for giving your valuable insight on safety management. We learn about what we have to do when road accident, uh, effective safety and health management. It's really helpful for us. Uh,
Yes,
I think the audience like your speech, and for those knowledge seeker, we have a little more time to answer this question. We can see the questions. So
okay.
they all are saying this. Thank you, sir Goswami. Thanks. Watching from Philippines. Uh,
It's
Yes,
nice of you.
yes,
It's
sir.
my pleasure.
That's amazing. We are obliged to you for your marvelous presentation and giving us your valuable time. This session will be effective for our audience because you share your intelligible knowledge with us.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Bye.
Um, Before
Is
moving next speaker, we want to show a video about IGP.
okay.
Enjoy and stay with us.
Thank you very much. પંખો કોઈ ચાલુ ના કર્યો, મને ગરમી કેટલી લાગી, મારો પરસેવો થઈ ગયો યાર. ના યાર, એવું બધું એને ખરી વાત ભાઈ.
Dear participants, actually sorry, we're not connecting Mr. K. N. Mathur sir. For that reason, we take some time. That's why please just keep touching with us. We will get connected with Mr. K. N. Mathur sir within short time. Sir, are you there? Some problem from K. M. Mathur sir. He got some problem with internet connection. That's the reason, and we'll get connected with him within short time. So stay with us.
Our next and last speaker is Mr. K. N. Mathur. Mr. K. N.
Salma,
Mathur.
Salma, Salma. He's not Ken Mathur, sir. Just wait for Samuel after his joining. So I will let you know.
Sir, I'm waiting.
Still, we are waiting for Mr. Ken Mathur, sir. Maybe he got some problem with his internet connection. So no problem at all. We'll get back to you within short time. So stay with us for a little bit. We'll be get back within short time. He got some problem with his internet connection. So no problem. We'll be back within short time. Dear participants, still our speaker, Mr. Ken Mathur, got some problem. In meanwhile, I want to say something, or I want to show something to you. That is, I saw that some people are facing problem to about getting certificate. Some comments in the comment box. I saw that. For that reason, I want to share something. Okay, just I think you can see the screen right now. How to claim your certificate, right? This is the main point for now. How to claim your certificate. If I'm not wrong. Am I audible? Am I audible? I think you can see the screen right now. Okay. If you are logging from laptop or your desktop, then it's become more easy because in our website you can see the total entire webinars program are already there. So what do you have to do? If you are logging from your laptop, then it's so easy. Just click on any one webinar. Just click on any one webinar. Then at the right side, you can see the option. Okay, I'm moving forward at the from first. So what I have to do, I have to log in www.eduigp.com. This is the first. Now I'm in. Let's click anyone. When you log in from your laptop, then you can see the right side, you can option get your certificate. Without any code, just click on get your certificate. Your certificate will automatically generate it. So this is the option where you can find your certificate easily. Those who are at first user, or those who are new, so you have to create a account first. Without account, you can't log in or you can't claim your certificate. So that is the point, right? It's so easy, but mind it, you can only claim your certificate only previous webinars, not upcoming webinars. If I want to claim my certificate in Unleash Your Authentic Expression, just click, and at the right side I can see get your certificate. Click on get your certificate, and your certificate will automatically generated. Class code not required for previous webinars. Class code not required for previous webinar. अनिजा खान, आई ऑलरेडी शोड यू सर्टिफिकेट कैसे मिलेगा. मैं यहाँ पूरा डिटेल्स दे चुका हूँ, ये बता चुका हूँ सर्टिफिकेट कैसे मिलेगा. सो यू कैन see the previous live post again, then you can claim your certificate normally. Okay, we think we got our speaker today. Hello sir.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening sir. Sorry for disturbing you again.
Yeah.
Got some problem in internet, I know that.
Yeah.
And dear participants, we will again show you how to claim your certificate from mobile also. But in between time, we got our speaker properly. So now get back to the session again. I'm requesting Salma to continue.
Our next and last speaker is Mr. K. N. Mathur. Mr. K. N. Mathur is an ex-assistant commandant, fire safety and security consultant and trainer. He has more than 40 years of experience of fire, safety and security in large public sector units, including power, fertilizer, chemical, steel training institutions, etc. He served as a training instructor at Fire Service Training Institute, Dikoli and Nisa Complex, Hyderabad. He had conducted hundreds of training programs in different PSU and training courses for different consultants. He working as principal in Rajasthan Institute of Local Self-Development, Rajasthan, India, and also working as a senior advisor for Chinmay Education Trust, Vadodara, Gujarat, India. He received number of Director General's commendation in various occasions for outstanding performance and substantial contribution received of Fire Service Medal for mature service in 1992 and received of Government of India President Fire Service Medal for distinguished service in year 2000. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. K. N. Mathur, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, sir.
Okay, fine. Good evening, friends. You are all welcome to this international webinar on industrial fire safety. First of all, I would like to welcome you all and thanks International Global Professional Institute as well as Chinmay Educational Trust for selecting me as a speaker on this occasion. Dear friends, I have selected my theme on this particular subject, Learn Not to Burn. This is a fire safety program being conducted by NFPA for past 40 years for the young children from age 3 to 5 years. I thought I must pick up this theme to educate people in the field of fire safety. Friends, everybody knows that there is a number of fires every day. There is a huge loss of life and property and environment from fire. So let us all make this world a fire safe world by knowing more about fire, how fire starts, why fire starts. So let us all carefully listen to the talk so that you can contribute to reduce the fires. Friends, there are many causes of fire and we all know about the various causes of fire. We all know about the precautions. We know all about the protections. We have a lot of statutory bodies. We have a lot of rules, regulation. In spite of that, fire takes place very often and there is a huge loss of life and property. So friends, we must know the initial causes of fire so that we can take the preventive measures. We don't want fire to be ignited and then we fight fire. We basically want that there should not be any fire at all. For that, we all must know how to prevent fire and we must know what are the main causes of fire. So as we are all aware that the most common cause of fire is electricity. Electrical fires are the most common and most often fires, and everybody should be very aware about the causes of electrical fire because huge losses are being done during these fires. In electrical fires, we are having many causes like short circuits, overloading, overcurrent. Then electrical fires causes huge loss and energy source for using in day-to-day life. So the electrical fires should be prevented by, first of all, we must carry out the electrical audits. We must carry out the electrical studies what is your plan for electrical load, how many connections you will have, and then what precautions should be taken for electrical. So for electrical safety, we must use all standard material. We should carry out the electrical work by the authentic and certified electricians. And then for using the electrical appliances, you must take precautions. Proper earthing should be there. So all those things should be there. After electrical fire, we have negligent smoking as one of the major cause of fire. And the places where smoking is banned, there you will find that there are more causes of fire, because people, they hide in places and smoke fire. So BD, cigarette, matches, these are the most common causes of negligent smoking, especially while sleeping in the bed or relaxing in couch. When you smoke, and if you sleep in the bed while smoking, there may be huge fire. So people should be aware about the smoking. First of all, smoking is injurious to health. You should never smoke. If at all you smoke, you take the precaution, use ashtrays. So this is second important cause of fire. Next to negligent smoking, this is a major cause of fire, which is in the industries is very common, is hot work. Hot work is a cause of fire where there is a generation of a spark, and because of the various processes in the industries like welding, cutting, chipping, hammering, grinding, these are some of the processes which is being carried out very often in the industries, because either in the construction stage or in the retrofitting, repair, maintenance, every day in every industry, you will find that there is a lot of hot work being done. And hot work, the spark where they are falling, if you don't take precautions, then definitely there is bound to be a major fire in that places. Especially places where you will find that a lot of flammable liquids or flammable gases are there. In those places, you will find that if any spark, small spark is there, that will ignite major fire. For doing the hot work, there should be a permit system, so that the safety officer or the fire officer should inspect the area, should advise about the fire hazards, should tell about what are the hazards of the, and they should also inspect the equipment which is being used for hot work. If we take all these precautions, then we will be able to minimize the fire due to hot work. So hot work is one of the major cause of fire in the industries. Now we'll go to other causes of fire. Now let us see that the hot surfaces, spark, static electricity, various frictions, chemical reaction, especially the exothermic reactions which are being conducted in the industries, process hazards, various industrial processes which are being done in the petrochemical refineries, fertilizer, power plants. They are all hazardous processes, and high temperature and high pressure are being used in those industries. So because of that also, there is a major fires in these places. High temperature and high pressure is always available in the industries in the form of cylinders, in the pipelines, in the vessels, and there may be fire due to the high pressure and high temperatures. There is a major fire caused because of the nuclear energy also in the nuclear power plants, heavy water plants, and different other such industries. Then naked fire, which is being used for various purposes in the industries as well as for the burning of the garbage and other things. For that also there is a major cause of fire. Fireworks and candles, which are being used during various festivals like Deepavali or Christmas or other things, we have seen that there are a lot of fire because of that also. So for that also the precaution has to be taken. Radiant heat because of the fire in a neighboring building or neighboring equipment, there may be a fire in the other building also. Various hot surfaces in the industries, pipelines and other places, that may be a major cause of fire. One of the other cause of fire is a spontaneous combustion. There are many material which are prone to spontaneous combustion without the application of external heat. When the fire ignites, is known as spontaneous combustion. Some of the material like coal or sulfur or other such things which absorbs heat from the atmosphere, and then slowly the temperature rises, and when it reaches to the ignition temperature of that particular material, then automatic fire starts. So that may also be one of the major reasons. In domestic houses, if we consider that cooking gas is one of the major cause of fire. In kitchens, you will find that nowadays almost all the places LPG is being used. Earlier they used to use kerosene stoves, they used to use wood fires and other things. Electricity is also being used for cooking. So these are the major causes of fire because the ladies working mostly in the kitchens. So what they should wear, they should use cotton cloths, tight cloths, and due precaution should be taken for use of LPGs. Then in the domestic houses, the children's playing with the matchsticks or other things. Today being the International Women's Day, I would say that the ladies are the very good safety managers in the house. They give directions or instruction to the children as well as all other members of the family to take precautions against fire safety, what to do, what not to do. So they definitely contribute a lot for precautions. Now I would highlight about the precautions taken in various places for fire safety, and beside that you should know the very simple methods to prevent yourself. When there is a fire in your cloth, you should fall down and hold, or you wrap any cloths or blanket or anything so that you should not catch in fire. Suppose you are trapped in a building, in that case you should go very low so that the heat and temperature or smoke will rise, and by wrapping your face with the cloth or especially wet cloths, definitely you will be able to save yourselves. So there are very small simple methods by which you can take precautions and save yourself. Now there are basic equipments available in the industries. First aid firefighting equipments are there. Everybody should know that there is a small portable fire extinguishers are there. Various types are there, water type, foam type. So you must know what are the different kinds of fire and what are the different kinds of equipments available for fighting this fire. These fires are to be fought in a very incipient stage. Then only you will be able to control them. Once they go big, then it is very, very difficult to control. So as you all are aware that there are three things required for fire. Basically, the fuel, which may be in the form of solid combustible material, maybe in the form of say metals and other things. So fuel is first solid, liquid, gas and metals, and maybe a kitchen fire. Then you need oxygen. So all the times you have got a lot of fuel around you and oxygen always available in the atmosphere. Only a igniter, a initial temperature is required to have fire. As I've already told you, number of causes of fire. So you get heat from those sources, and once you get those sources, heat from those sources, fire ignites. So we have to keep these three things apart. We should not allow these three things to meet together so that fire can be averted. Sometimes it is very difficult to avoid these three things because of the industrial processes and other things. They are bound to be high temperature, they are bound to be fuel available in the industries. So in that case, there may be some small fires occurring, but fire always starts very small. And once the fire has started very small, if you know how to control this fire in the initial incipient stage, even by covering this fire by a blanket or a lid, not allowing oxygen to come in contact, you can avert fire. So these three things, that is fuel, the oxygen, the heat, these are to be separated, they are to be kept away, not allowing them to mix together. And if at all there is a small fire, you must know how to fight fire with the portable fire extinguishers. And as you are all aware that in the industries, various portable fire extinguishers are available. Water type extinguisher is there, foam extinguisher is there, powder CO2 extinguisher is there, clean gas extinguishers are there. So these are the extinguishers which are being used, and how to use them, that also you should know. And as we are knowing that the three basic principles of extinguishing fire, when we remove fuel from the fire and extinguish fire, that is starvation. When we remove oxygen from the fire and extinguish fire, that is smothering. And when we remove heat from the fire, that is cooling. So these three major principles of extinguishing fire that everybody should know, because whenever fire takes place, when you use these portable fire extinguishers by operating them, so basic training in the field of operating fire extinguisher should be to every citizen, to every occupant of a building, because these portable fire extinguishers are not kept for the professional firefighters to fight fire. Basically, these portable fire extinguishers are kept in the buildings to be used by the occupants of that building, to use these fire extinguishers in the initial stage of the fire. So unless you know how to operate them, you will not be able to operate them. So every person should take training in operating portable fire extinguishers. Now we will talk about various type of scenarios. Say for example, there is a multi-story building and there is a fire, or you are in the industry and you are there. Now what to do? So what to do and what not to do leads to a panic situation, because unless you know what to do, time is lost, and time is very, very precious in that time, because if the time passes, the fire will go very big and it will be very difficult to control fire. So you all must know what to do in case of fire. So if you locate or you see any fire in your workplace, so what you have to do is, first of all, you have to follow a simple acronym RACE, R-A-C-E. RACE means R for rescue. First of all, if any person is trapped in that building, he has to be rescued, because there may be some people who are not able to walk themselves. They may be disabled or something like that. So any person trapped in a building, he has to be somehow rescued. If you are not able to rescue yourself, then you may take help of other people also, nearby people also. Or if you are not able, you inform to the security personnel or the fire marshals. They are more expert and trained in rescue operations, so they may help you in rescuing operation. So rescue part is the first and foremost action to be taken in case of any incident taking place in your premises, maybe an industry or maybe a multi-story building, whatever it is. So rescue has to be done first. There may be a big fire causing a lot of losses of property, and there is one life trapped in any place. So you have to first rescue the person and then fight fire. So the first letter of the word race, R, is rescue. So you must always remember this, that rescue has to be done first. A means alarm. The second letter of race is A, that is alarm. Alarm means you have to shout, fire, fire, save me, bachao, bachao, whatever it is. Or you have to operate any available communication system. If a alarm system is there, you have to press that. If there is a louder phone or a walkie-talkie or a telephone connection or a manual call point, which is the alternate means of communication available in that premises or building, which is directly connected to the fire station. So that you have to operate, so that people also know that there is a fire, and sometimes you may need help to control fire. Suppose you go unnoticed, and sometimes you are trapped in that fire. So basically, people should know that there is a fire. For that, alarm has to be operating. So friends, once you have rescued a person which is trapped, you must raise the alarm. If a proper equipment for raising alarm is there, like manual call point or any other automatic alarm system or electrical alarm system or maybe a alternate system or telephone system. Nowadays, everybody is having a mobile phone in their pocket. So they may inform to the control room, a place where people are available around the clock for helping. So that has to be done, so that people may come to your help. That is important. Then third is C. C is contain. Contain means to control the fire. If at all there is any, say, electrical connection is to be switched off, that has to be done. Because if there is electrical fire, so without switching off the electrical power supply, you cannot fight fire. So that has to be done. Suppose some machinery is going on, is operating, it has to be stopped. So that should be done. And then you should fight the fire with the available sources. Suppose there is a portable fire extinguisher. If you know how to operate, then you should operate. Then you should see that even by covering that fire with a small blanket or any other cloth or whatever it is, if it is a wet cloth or towel, so fire can be quenched in the initial stage. So containing fire is important, because if fire spreads very fast in other areas, then it will go out of control and you will not be able to control it. So that has to be seen. And when you come out of that place, next is evacuation. Evacuation means to come out safely from that place or environment where fire has taken place. So evacuation is very, very important, because your life is very precious. So once you have contained the fire, or if the fire goes out of control also, then you should leave it there itself and come out to the safety. So for doing evacuation also, you should keep in mind many things. Number one is, you should never use any escalator or lifts, because these escalators and lifts are being operated on a power supply. And suppose if you use during that time these equipment like lift and escalators, light may go off, power supply may go off, and you will be trapped in those places in the lift or escalators. So never use a lift or escalator while evacuating. Number two is, you should never run. You should never become panic. You should walk briskly in a line in an orderly manner, but never run, because suppose a person will fall, so there will be stampede and people will be climbing over him and then coming out. So never use escalator lift and never run also. Once we have come to the ultimate safety in the open area and the outside area, you should assemble at the assembly point. And there should be a head count, so that it is certified, it is ascertained that all people are safe. Suppose there are two persons who have come very early and gone to the canteen for taking tea. They have not assembled at the assembly point. Once the head count is being done, then they will be found missing. So people will be searching for them. So you should not go anywhere unless your head count is being done. Number two is you should never go back to your place. Once you have come out to ultimate safety, may it be very urgent, maybe your valuables are left there or you have left very important things there, but you should not re-enter a building which is under fire, because the circumstances will change and there may be a big fire in that place and it will be difficult for you to evacuate that building. So you should never re-enter the building. So once you have come out, you should assemble at the assembly point, and once the head count is done, you have been checked by the superior, your senior or your supervisor, and once the building is found to be safe and you are ordered to go back, then only you should go in. Otherwise, you should never enter or re-enter the building which you have evacuated just now. So this word RACE, that is rescue, alarm, contain and evacuation, that should be known to every person working at a workplace or residing in a building, anywhere any person is living. He should know what to do, what not to do in case of fire. Sometimes you should not fight fire. How? Even if the fire extinguisher, suppose you are not trained in fighting fire, you have never taken up any training to use the portable fire extinguisher, even if it is available, you should not use it, because you do not know how to use those fire extinguishers. Sometimes you have proper type of fire extinguisher is not available. Say for example, there is an electrical fire and only water type and foam type fire extinguishers are available. So you must know that the water-based fire extinguishers are dangerous to be used on electrical fire. So you should not use the water-based fire extinguishers on electrical fires. That you must know. So that time also you should not fight fire and you should quietly evacuate that place. Suppose you are having a proper fire extinguisher and you know also how to use it, but fire is spreading very fast and there may be a chances that fire may engulf the whole area, and while operating the extinguisher you may be trapped there and you will not be able to come out safely. That time also you should not fight fire. Sometimes you should take help of other person also along with you to help in fighting fire, and you should always keep another fire extinguisher in hand. Suppose fire is not completely extinguished by one fire extinguisher, you can immediately use another fire extinguisher. Suppose you have only one fire extinguisher, you have used it and fire is not out. By the time you go and take another fire extinguisher, the fire will be again of the same big size. So even the another fire extinguisher will also be not sufficient. So you should take two fire extinguishers at a time. Sometimes one fire extinguisher may not operate also. So that may also be there. So in that case also, you should take two fire extinguishers along with you who may help you in fighting fire. And then you should attack the fire. If you know the fire extinguisher, proper fire extinguisher is available and fire can be controlled. And while fighting fire with a portable fire extinguisher, you should keep two things in mind. Suppose you are fighting fire in the indoor area, in that case you should always keep your back at the exit, because there is a fire in the room and you go to a remote location and then fight fire. Suppose fire goes big, then exit will be blocked. So you should be close to the exit, keep your exit at your back, and then face the fire and fight fire. You should not fight fire if it is big. In the same manner, when there is a fire outside, you should see the wind direction. Away from the fire direction, because if you use the fire extinguisher, then fire extinguishing media will be coming along with the air on your face. So you should not use it. So you should use those precautions also while operating fire. So friends, we have discussed about the various causes of fire. In that, very common fire causes are electrical fire, negligent smoking, hot work, and many other small causes of fire in the industries. Then what precaution has to be taken, that we have discussed, and then what is to be done in case of fire, and how to fight with small medium fire also. So if you have got any question, you can ask. Anybody having any query, any question relating to what I said? Yes, please. I have finished my talk. If you have got any query, any question, you may please ask. One question has been asked, how do we know if the electrically overload? Friends, our domestic as well as industrial powers, they are rated for a particular load to be taken, and once we overdraw the electricity from a particular point, say there is a 15 ampere or 5 ampere socket. If we put an adapter there and draw more electricity out of it for many other different appliances, then there is bound to be overheating, because the insulation over the metallic wires will get heated and it will start melting the insulation, which may be of plastic or rubber or any other material, and then may cause fire. So overload basically is the amount of energy we are drawing from a particular connection. Normally, we have got a single phase or two-phase, three-phase power supply in different places for using different equipment. For example, for lighting a small electrical bulb, you need a two-point connection. But if you want to use your TV or fridge or AC, then you need 15 ampere socket. So that power supply has to be drawn as per the requirement. What are the HR standpoint regarding the safety management? It's a very good question. See, HR standpoint, basically, if I truly talk about safety and fire, that always remains a last priority for the management, because they all want that there should be production going on round the clock without stopping anything. Even if you have to bypass some of the safety measures, it's okay, but there should not be any stoppage of process or manufacturing. And even sometimes the routine maintenance of the machinery and equipment are not being done. When they become out of order, then only they take the repairing and maintenance. So if any equipment or any machinery is run as per the schedules and routine maintenance are being done, then there won't be any problem. But as far as the HR standpoint for the safety management is concerned, HR of the process of the manufacturing unit heads, they always want that there should not be any stopping of work. There should always be work going on. There should not be loss of production and all those things. So that is the basic standpoint of the management normally. But the safety manager has to take action for implementing the safety measures. Definitely, anything which is not as per the norms should be avoided. Maybe a temporary wiring or the local connection or whatever it is. So we should insist to use the proper equipment and proper fittings, maybe electrical or whatever it is. But that has to be insisted by the safety professionals and the fire professional. Regular inspection has to be done by the fire professional and safety professional, so that if there is any lacuna found, that has to be rectified. Otherwise, we are prone to accidents, definitely. See, safety and fire training has to be mandatory for everyone working in a place. Whenever a new person coming to a workplace, a induction training is normally being imparted to him, so that he must know what are the as per the safety norms. The owner of the industry or workplace has to explain the person working what are the hazards available, what are the main causes of fire there, and what are the precautions to be taken, and how he has to behave and work in that place. That is very, very important, because if a new person coming to a workplace, he doesn't know what are the hazards available here in this place, so he may hurt himself and may hurt other people also. So training should be mandatory for everyone working in the workplace, fire training as well as safety training. And safety officer has to regularly conduct training programs on day-to-day basis. See, as far the extinguisher classification is there, as far as the extinguishing media is concerned, we have got three types of fire extinguisher. One is water-based extinguisher, that is water-type fire extinguisher, as well as foam-type fire extinguisher. If we talk about gaseous fire extinguishers, in that case we have got CO2 fire extinguisher, as well as some other clean gas extinguisher also. And then we have got solid extinguishing media, like powder extinguisher. So powder extinguisher is also of three types. One is a BC powder. They are suitable for B class and C class fire. That is oil fire as well as gas fire. Then we have got ABC powder, that is a monoammonium phosphate based powder, MAP MAP powder, and the percentage goes up to even 90-95% of MAP powder, which is suitable for A class fire, B class fire, C class fire. Then we have got a special type of powder, that is D class powder, which is only suitable for metallic fires. And as regard the gaseous fires are there, we have got very commonly used being CO2 fire extinguisher, and some clean gas fire extinguishers are also there. In that case, we have got a gaseous fire extinguisher as well as some evaporating liquid type extinguishers also. When the liquid comes in the atmosphere, it becomes a gaseous state. And water type extinguishers, we have got water type as well as foam type, because foam also having 6% foam compound and about 94% water. So this is the type of fire extinguisher as per the extinguishing media. Then we got fire extinguishers as per the say operating mechanism. We got three types of operating mechanism available in the fire extinguisher. One is conventional fire extinguishers, which has got say spring-loaded plunger, and you have to hit the fire extinguisher, and the plunger hits the piercing pin of the cartridge, thereby releasing the CO2 gas in the extinguisher and pressurizing the extinguishing media, maybe water, maybe foam, maybe powder, and it will be coming out of the siphon tube of the fire extinguisher, which is inside the fire extinguisher, comes to the outlet, and then from the discharge tube goes to the nozzle, and then by sweeping and whatever means, the extinguishing media comes. That is the first type of fire extinguisher operating mechanism is spring-loaded plunger type. Other is the squeeze grip type extinguishers. In squeeze grip, you have got stored pressure fire extinguishers, where the extinguishing media, maybe water, foam, or powder, is being pressurized by the nitrogen gas in the body of the fire extinguisher. And once you press the squeeze grip handle and operating mechanism, then the gas is released in the body of the extinguisher, which is already there in the, which is normally a nitrogen gas, and then fire extinguishing media comes out. As regard the third type of extinguisher is a combination of these two, where you have got a squeeze grip handle and operating mechanism as well as a CO2 gas cartridge also. By seeing from outside, where you cannot make out which is pressurized type extinguisher, which is stored pressure. You can only identify the extinguisher by seeing the pressure gauge. If the pressure gauge is there on the body of the extinguisher outside, you can assure that it is a stored pressure fire extinguisher. If there is no pressure gauge outside the body of the extinguisher, on the cap of the extinguisher, and there is only a squeeze grip handle, you can be sure that there is a operating mechanism in the form of squeeze grip handle, as it is in the say stored pressure, but there is a gas cartridge in the fire extinguisher. So this is third type of mechanism, operating mechanism in the fire extinguisher. Say squeeze grip handle with cartridge, you got a stored pressure, and then spring-loaded plunger. So this is basic classification of different type of extinguisher based on the extinguishing media as well as operating mechanism. When short circuit happens, basically when the two terminals of the wire and the power supply not routing through the normal route but takes a shortcut, it is normally being done when there is a say damaged insulation, naked connections sometimes, so that your power supply does not route through the normal route, but because of the damaged insulation, both the positive and negative wire meets together, and then it blows. Earlier there used to be the for short circuit there used to be fuses, but now MCBs are being installed. So that is the major reason for short circuit. Thank you very much. If there is no more question, thank you.
Salma, we
Your
can't hear
voice is
you.
not.
Yeah, Salma, we can't hear you.
Yes, please. Anything else?
Thank you so much. Sir, thank you so much for your
Thank you very
beautiful
much.
presentation and for your time. And
Okay.
obviously, I'll see you again in our next session. And I think it will be better for our participants to clear everything about fire extinguisher and about safety management with fire. I saw that, and it's more helpful for me also as a man or as a employee, whatever you say, but it's really important because when fire occurs, then nobody can say I'm not in the list of fire. So that's the point everyone noted. I think in the comment box, when I focused on the comment box, I saw that everyone attract and everyone clearly understand your total presentation. So that's the point, sir. I want to say again, thank you so much, sir, for your beautiful time and your presentation, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you, sir. See you again, sir, in next session or in another session. Dear participants, for today's certification, almost same procedure. So don't get worried. Class code not required. Class code is not required. So you can log in and www.eduigp.com. Then claim. First of all, you have to enroll, and then you have to claim your certificate. Like if I share my screen again, where is the share option? Stop share. No, share again. Stop. Yes, let's have a look. What I'm. Much bigger. This is the website link www.eduigp.com, and I'm from laptop. Just click on this. Only click. It takes some time. I'm already enrolled in this program, so I don't need to enroll again. Now I have to just only one thing, that is I have to click on get your certificate, verifying that you are not a robot. Okay, my certificate is ready. It's so easy, right? So what do you have to do? You have to do that. You have to visit www.eduigp.com. After that, you have to select today's program like this international webinar on safety management. Just click on the program, and at the right side you can see get your certificate. So click on get your certificate because I am enrolled already. So click your certificate and your certificate is ready. Those who are trying from your mobile, I will suggest you that when you are logging in this site, you have to scroll down. You have to scroll down. So that's the point difference between laptop or desktop or mobile. So those who are from mobile, you have to scroll down and already link and yes, I already shared the link in comment box also, so you can check the link from comment box also, so no issue about it. Now you can download the previous all certificate like that, no issue about. So you can download previous all certificate and you can verify your certificate. Oh, one more thing is that now I'm in online, so I can share you the how to check your how to verify your certificate. Okay, that's the point, which I already shared my screen. Yes. When I click on get your certificate, certificate will auto generate it. No issue about. At the bottom, but I can see a link. Here is the link of this certificate, and click on another tab with this link. Here is your certificate. So you can verify your certificate from anywhere, and you can download your previous all webinar certificates from. I'll just let you know. Little network issue, nothing more.